Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of The Greatest of All Time. I almost forgot the name, it's been so long.
It has been a little while.
It's been a long time since I've been on camera, to be honest.
Yeah.
My kid's still in all the glory nowadays. But anyway, so today we're going to run through a list of the top 10 greatest fictional cars of all time. Fictional slash?
Yeah. Is there a slash?
We should have just said like iconic or movie slash game related cars.
It can't just be like a Toyota Camry.
Right.
Which is Steve's number one car of all time. I don't know why.
It's the sweet ass car. It's a nice ride.
But yeah, like, well, you'll see as the list goes on. I don't want to give too much away.
Like the A-Team van could have made the list.
The 18 van.
It didn't, but could have.
It could have.
Because it's an iconic car. If you saw that down there, you'd be like, oh my god, it's an A-Team van.
Yeah.
So that's what this list is all about. In that case, we should go back and scratch that one and put the A-Team van. Anyway. So we're going to start with number 10, which is kind of a late addition, which was the Turtle van.
Yeah.
I think we had some discussion with Josh Dickerson, who's standing over here to the side. He was a big fan of the toy from, the 80s, 90s, the toy that...
The pizza shooter.
Yeah, it shot out the pizzas.
Everybody had that. It was awesome.
That was cool. It probably could have hurt you.
Yeah,
and now they wouldn't sell that because it would hurt you.
Turtle van, like, goes back to season 1 of the cartoon, like, because DuckTales before it had like these continuity episodes where like there are 5 or 6 episodes
right.
where they like kind of had these story arcs and went through it, and one of them was they found the van and then Donatello kind of making it, and then it stayed with them for the whole series, which was really cool to be like, I remember when he made that van. It was really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I like Turtle van.
Yeah.
We're moving right along.
Number 9, another 80s cartoon, and the Inspector Gadget mobile.
Yeah, this was my addition. Of course, as always in this show, our last 2, excluding the Turtle van, were a coin. I had one, Cody had the other.
I don't even know if we need a coin flip.
It's not fair because I've never won one. And out of everything we've done, I've never won a coin toss.
Yeah, it wasn't a coin this time.
It was actually a CD because no one has coins anymore. Anyway, so we pick the Gadget Mobile.
Go Gadget coin.
Wow. Oh, that was lame. Anyway, so the Gadget Mobile, I picked it because it transformed in the middle of driving, like from a minivan into a like Subaru hatchback.
Whatever he needed it to be. Really.
I mean, it never like went to like something cool. It was just like, oh, it's a minivan now. It's a Subaru hatchback.
Well, it was kind of cool. Like it had the little like fan window deal.
It was not cool though.
Little police car.
But it was cool that it could do that on the move. Like, man, that's just awesome. When he needs it, he just changes it. So that's
how many. Let's say he's driving the car and he needed like marbles out of the car, but he said, "Go Gadget marbles." Would it come out of him, or would it come out of the car?
That's a good point.
How would that?
I don't think the car would supply the marbles. I think it would be him.
But he wanted it out of the car, which I guess it would then come out of him, fill up the car, and then burst open, and then still get the job done. Which
no, he wouldn't have got the job done. Penny and Brain would have got the job done.
He kind of stumbly. Yeah, Penny and Brain. He got stuff done unexpectedly. Just not the way that he intended.
Right. So yeah, that's that one. Number 8, Herbie, the love bug.
Because why not?
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Because why not?
I mean,
and I'm talking about the Lindsay Lohan Herbie.
That's the only one they made, wasn't it?
I believe I've seen 2 Herbie movies from like the actual with the 60s when they came out, 70s around there. I don't know. I could like emote.
Yeah, it like drive. It would drive by itself.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want a car that drives by itself or spits out oil when there's a bad guy behind you? I want that.
Yeah. Because it was a bug, and everybody had, like when they see him, they're like, "Oh, look at that!
Herbie.
Look at that!
Right.
Slug bug!" It's like it brings something.
Slug bug.
What was he? Number 5?
Nah, it wasn't like.
It's clearly right behind us, and we can't.
Oh, right. That's what it was.
Number
53.
I'm gonna dub that.
Yeah. I knew where that was going. Yeah, move on. Let's go to number 7.
53.
The Mystery Machine.
53. It was 53.
I knew there was a 5 in there.
Yeah. I knew it was a 2-digit number. Oh my god.
Mystery Machine at number 7. The Scooby-Doo mobile.
You know what? There was not really anything special about this. It was a van that was painted up by a bunch of hippies who rode around with a dog and smoked a lot of weed.
But when you saw it coming down the street at the Spooky Castle, you're like, something's getting solved.
How many flat tires did that thing have, though? That's my problem with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was always like, oh my god, like, oh, they were headed to the beach, but yet they had a flat tire in front of like the spookiest swamp. Like, what beach were you going to?
Wouldn't it have been awesome if there was an episode of Scooby-Doo where if they were like just going to the beach and then they're just like, made it!
Hey, we're here!
They got out and made it to the beach. That was a really great day.
All right. Yeah, I would love that.
They should have mixed those in every now and then.
Well, I always think that about sports movies. That should be one where the team like just loses horribly.
Oh, there's some.
No, I mean horrible.
Bad News Bears.
I don't want no uplifting story.
They did not win there.
But it's got an uplifting story.
Yeah, no, they didn't. Remember at the end, because then they turned into really bad sports and were cussing out the last team, and then they drank beers. And they wouldn't shake their hand. Yeah,
I just want like a touching, like one of those, like, oh my god, they're going to win. And be like, oh, they didn't.
But that was a moral victory.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I think Bad News Bears was the outlier.
Or like, you know, some movie where the bad guy he wins. I mean, he murdered a bunch of people, and in the movie, you're like, well, that sucked.
7. He kind of gets away with it. Maybe. He gets, and then Brad Pitt has to shoot him, so spoiler alert!
Well, he didn't get away with it, though. I want like him to
but he did, but he wanted that to happen.
No, but I mean, I want him like on the beach, and I killed a bunch of people. And then everybody would be real pissed off when they leave the theater.
That's
like,
right.
This is stupid.
That's right.
I'm down. Is that a...
Summer 2016.
Number 6. This is totally just a car, again, but...
Not really. Like, you can't... Like, if you were like, is the General Lee, is it just a car? And people would be like, no.
See, when you said that, I wanted you to dub in the horn.
Oh, that would be
okay. That'd be cool. But anyway,
you can't make jumps like that.
Yeah, the General Lee was just an amazing...
I mean, could you make a jump like that and keep your moonshine bottles intact?
You couldn't make a jump like that and keep your teeth in it. Because you would have been it big time. I've tried it once at a Dodge truck. It didn't work. So I can vouch for you that does not work for jumps.
I know Roscoe had many a frustrating day.
Right. You know, that always kind of amazed you too, right? I mean, so I guess that's what makes the General Lee so special. They'd make a jump. Roscoe would make the exact same jump, but his car would be bent like in a V shape, and they'd just be like, wee! Like, how does that work?
And then, like, the county has like 9 people in it.
Right.
Wouldn't they be like, well, let's just ride out there and arrest them?
I know where they're at. I've been there many a time. It's like, I'm just gonna go.
Is that the rule down in Hazard County? Like, if we don't catch you immediately, it was scot free.
If they don't catch you before you cross the border into another county, you were scot free.
But even if you came back.
No.
Statute of limitations is like 6 minutes.
Just, it doesn't apply there, man.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And like you said, if they don't catch you initially, or if they catch you and you escape from the jail and still save the little kids at the orphanage, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
That was a good episode, by the way.
I like the slot machine one.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. That was the same one, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah. They steal the slot machines and they set them up. And then they take all the coins to the orphanage, to the little kid. Because Bo was dating the girl out there at the orphanage. That's fun.
That's pretty awesome. Between us, we know whole episodes instead of bits and pieces.
So that's number 6.
Number 5.
Number 5.
The Ecto-1.
Yeah. Ghostbusters.
Yeah, wasn't it like a hearse?
Yeah, it was an old hearse that they had converted over. Yeah.
Me and Steve over, I think back in September, when we went to the Comic-Con. We were like out of contact with the Ecto-1. It was right there. It was really cool. It was one of those things where we didn't expect it. Walked in, we're like, oh man, that is pretty awesome.
Cool. They had it all decked out and had like an outfit and everything out there. It was
they had cool. The dancing toaster with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a pretty iconic vehicle. Like no one can ever mistake that for anything else. I know a guy who just got back from a trip. He had to go to New York for something, and he sent me a picture on his phone of the firehouse.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. He said it's just like a big museum inside, and
he's like,
it's just a constant stream of people. Yeah, I mean they have a lot of stuff from the movie in there, but he said it's just a constant stream of everybody just like poking their head in, and they're like, "Come in."
That's fun. I want to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4. Optimus Prime. Now, see, this is a vehicle that can do something.
Yes.
I mean, it's not just like, oh, it's just a cool car and it's iconic. It's like...
But he's not really a vehicle, per se. He is an alien entity.
Can I ride him or drive him?
No, because doesn't he do the... Well, I guess you could.
Okay. He's a vehicle then.
But they project the image of a human driver that's not really there.
Right, but you could still physically drive.
Yeah, she could, I guess.
Because he has all the mechanics.
Yeah, the Shia LaBeouf.
Whatever.
Shia LaBeouf.
I just saw a weird ass movie with him in it the other day.
He rode in Bumblebee all day long.
Right. See?
And those were awesome movies. I still have not watched the third one. I've tried. Like, I'm gonna just watch
Dark Side of the Moon. Is that the third one?
Yes,
Yeah.
Dark of the Moon.
Dark of the Moon.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. But like,
I
get to the same point every time when they're like at the guy from Grey's Anatomy's house.
Oh yeah.
And they go over there, and then like they go out and they're having, and then like by that time I'm just like, I've been watching this for about 45 minutes, and I've yet to see one Transformer really like do anything, and I hate their parents, and everything's real goofy. Like it might as well just be an hour of fart jokes, and then the Transformers come on.
That's why I like it. I like fart jokes. Fart, poop, pee.
Which I'm sad to say, I do enjoy the first movie.
I enjoyed all those.
The second one I couldn't stand. I hated to this day.
Because you hated the two little race cars.
I hated the whole movie. I thought the whole movie was stupid.
I enjoyed those. Is that weird?
It is.
Whatever.
Moving on.
I like it.
Number 3, Mr. Feeney. I mean Kit from
Wrong show. Yeah.
He did do the voice of Kit.
He did. Yeah, Kit. So I want Kit to be my number 1 because here's the thing about Kit. Not only is he just a car, but he's like kind of like Optimus Prime. Also has a personality. Mm-hmm. He can turbo boost. He can turbo jump. You have a cool watch. Like Kit, come pick me up. Drives around, picks you up. How cool is that?
That's all right.
That's cool. No, that's not all right. That's cool. Cars don't do that. The General Lee is awesome, and I would love to own one. Right? If it was like, look, you can have a General Lee just like it is in the show. Like, oh, that's awesome. Or you can have a Kit that's just like a show. Like, I'll take a Kit because every day I'm like, Kit, come pick me up.
Does Daisy come with the General Lee?
Daisy from 2008.
Wow.
I'm gonna picture that right there. Yeah, you'll be.
It's not happening.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's happening.
I'm leaving you hanging right now. He's keep waiting for the high five. No.
But yeah, so that's number 3. Is Kit. He's badass. He can no bullets. I mean, people shoot it. Bulletproof. Glasses shatterproof. He can fly. Goes underwater.
I was always partial to Nightboat on The Simpsons.
Sorry,
Number 2.
Casey Kasem all of a sudden? Number 2. Is it the Batmobile? So
I think if you ask anyone, name a fictional car,
sure,
that's the first
it's
one.
a Batmobile. I mean, a lot of in my question to Cody was when we started this: are we just doing one? Like, no, it's just the Batmobile. Are we doing like Batmobile 1968?
There's been probably 700 Batmobiles.
Yes.
I'm gonna say they change it constantly in the comics. Originally, it was like just a Cadillac.
Yeah,
something in the comics.
Yeah.
It wasn't even anything special. It was just like his car. It was Bruce Wayne's car. But it's evolved massively over time.
It's killer.
My personal favorite of the Batmobiles is the Tim Burton from the 1989 Batman. I think that's a really cool looking car.
I just watched that, by the way.
Yeah.
Me and Dickerson just watched it, actually.
That's my favorite version.
That's my favorite Batman.
You said yours was the 60s TV show?
If I was picking the car, it would be the 60s TV show, only because I'm into that campy, big signs and like levers and shit. I like that. I think that's fun.
And that kind of like the Inspector Gadget when you need to get away, but like he'd go down and push a button and it would say like bat bomb.
Right.
Is it a bat bomb?
Or volume. we were watching the Batman movie the other day, right? And he's in the bat wing. And he's like flying through the town, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna throw the missiles or whatever, and he like hits the buttons for the missiles, and they like pop out, and it shows him hitting the one, and it just says volume under it. And I told Josh, did I say volume? So I had to rewind it and like pause it, and it's like volume, and I was like, that's awesome. What's he doing? And Josh like, he's turning the radio on, man. I was like,
yeah, he's getting like the music that was playing. He was just like, I need to get pumped up for this.
You ever seen Iron Eagle?
Yeah,
I mean, because the kid he had a tape deck, he strapped it to his foot, and he'd play the tape when he was flying. I love that movie. Luke Gossett Jr. Yeah, he was in that.
Well, I don't know if we've referenced Louis Gossett Jr.
That's the first. Yeah. All right, number 1. Big reveal.
the other car we saw at Comic-Con.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the DeLorean.
Yeah.
That was pretty freaking.
And the reason this wins out over everything else, and my big argument for this was, they don't do anything. It travels back in time.
Yeah, come on.
You can't top that. Yes, Kit can come pick me up if I'm drunk.
Yeah.
But if I have a DeLorean and I get a speeding ticket or a DUI, I'm just going to go back in time and go a different route.
Or who doesn't want to go back in time and make out with their mom in the car?
True.
Always.
Not Josh. He makes out with his mom now.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome. I saw on Facebook the other day that somebody had just their kids just watched the Back to the Future. They were like, well, they started 1 and then they watched 1, 2, and 3 back to back and couldn't get enough. Like, start them over again. Ben loves that.
So you didn't start the 1987 Back to the Future cartoon?
Oh yeah.
Wow. I just saw it the other day on Xbox Media Center. I was like, oh my god. I almost watched that episode too. And I was like,
forgot about that.
Better not.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. Because if I watched it
oh
like
my
that,
God.
Jesus Christ, that was horrible. But yeah, the DeLorean, I mean, true, it did take... Here's the thing about the DeLorean. You don't want the first version. It's kind of like an iPod. That first generation or an Xbox. Like, I don't want the first generation because it was like, I need some plutonium.
Yeah.
And you were just like, Jesus Christ.
And
then like the third generation, you're like, just dump some trash in this bitch.
Mr. Fusion.
Like, this is pretty killer.
Yeah.
So, you know. Or
to me, the DeLorean is like, because I always see a bunch of pictures that are like, well, look what I just saw driving next to me down the interstate,
right.
someplace in California, and somebody's driving the DeLorean to the next Comic-Con or whatever. But I always envision, like, whoever you are or wherever you are, like, if you're the big business executive and you're an adult, you've got a family, and you're driving to, like, your big meeting and you're in the car, if you see the DeLorean, you're just like, oh, man, check it out! Like, you're back to 7 years old again.
it's true. I mean, who doesn't want to drive? I want to drive one. I love doing one.
Yeah.
This stainless steel.
What's cool is like,
is that?
and from most of my life, I thought like the DeLorean was the name of the time machine and not like the make and model of the car, and that they were
DeLorean
actual
Motor
DeLoreans.
Company?
Yeah, which they're bringing back.
You ever seen the story about that?
Yeah,
He was like into coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
yeah, those are really crazy. And they were like trying to make it like a real cool, but like an everyman car that everybody. And they sold like 9, and they were all on the set.
That's good.
But also, I think we try our best to try to fit Michael J. Fox into the number 1 of all.
Yeah, I think
these lists.
he's made we had a video game list. He made the top of somehow. You know how that works.
We do love our Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. Well, that wraps it up. Quick show. We got stuff going on. We got dinner plans. You know, we're those guys now. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. Make sure you're checking out the webpage, the Facebook, the Twitter, the whatever we do.
We have Twitter?
Yeah. Yeah, we have a Twitter. Don't we?